Hey, what's up? This is Sifu Kuttel, and in this video, we're going to be working with the Kung Fu staff. Now, in particular, I'm using a single end staff, which means it's thicker on one end and then thinner towards the tip. But you can do this with a double end staff, which is the same thickness on both ends, or even a tapering staff that is thin on both ends and then thicker in the middle. So you can use this even with long weapons from spears, Guando, 3-section staff. There's a lot of ways to do this particular spin. Now, first off about the spin, it's not really a difficult spin, but it is super important to know, and this should be one of the first tools in your toolbox when it comes to spinning a staff. So we're going to go over this. It's an upward figure 8, and this is something that you can lead into more complicated spinning techniques and spinning combinations, which we get into in the staff training playlist. So if you already know this one, or after you've learned this one, be sure to check out the rest of the playlist where you can pick up more staff spinning techniques. All right, so grab your staff. Let's go get to work. As I mentioned in the introduction, it's really important that you know what type of staff you're working with. Again, I'm working with a single end staff, which means it's thicker on one end, thinner on the other, and it puts the point of balance not in the exact center of the staff, but a little bit closer to the bottom end of the staff because that's where most of the mass is. This is really important. You have to find the balanced center for your staff. So you will have to take your hand, stick your finger out, and then move your staff a little bit so you know exactly where that balanced center is. And if you need a good way to remember this, a simple trick that you can do is just put a piece of tape around the staff at that point, and that way you always have a physical indicator until you get used to feeling the balance on your own when you grab the staff. Now, from here, we're going to grab with both hands and thumbs pointing in the same direction. Now, I'm going to grab with my right hand on top, left hand underneath. The hands will always stay in this position as we're doing the spin. There's not going to be any kind of switching of hands as we do this. We're keeping both hands planted on the staff itself. The grip is not going to be too extreme though. So mostly we're going to be gripping between the thumb and the index finger. So as you see here, all of my fingers are spread out. I'm able to grab the staff. I will be able to do this spin even like this. Okay, now that's not a safe way to practice, so don't do that. Make sure your fingers are wrapped around the staff, but really the majority of the grip is going to be between your index and middle finger and your thumb. The ring and the pinky finger are going to help control the staff and add little moments of speed in between. Okay, now what I want you to do is, even though we're going to grab this and we're going to start off very robotic, we will get to the more fluid style. So start with both hands here, take the staff, put it in the center, bring it over to one side, bring it over to the other side. Simply do this. This is real simple and it may seem too easy. Don't worry, you only have to do it like 3 times to understand. But we need to make sure the staff goes on the side of our body. So when I'm spinning, I want to make sure that my staff goes next to me and not just in front of me, because that's where I will get hit with my own staff. Okay? Now, be relaxed in your stance, but keep your feet closer together. From here, I'm going to go across, and then I'm going to take my left hand. Remember, this is always going to be on the bottom. And I'm going to point my staff up and across. So right here, I'm using the bottom end of my staff. Notice right here, I'm going to go up to the other side. Same thing goes. If I bring my staff over to this side, I'm going to bring it up and point to the upper corner on the opposite side. So get used to that. All right, simply cross, point, bring it back, 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 cross, point, bring it back. Now, after that, we're going to point with the tip of the staff. So we're still starting the exact same way. Cross the body, point. Now from here, I'm going to keep going up until I can point the tip of the staff. Don't worry about the bottom end of the staff at this point. As long as it's not going to hit you, you're safe. Okay? So you're all good there. Again, left hand on bottom, right hand on top. Left hand points up, right hand follows. Now from here, hold it so that the left hand is on bottom again. Left hand points, right hand follows. Now, as you go across, sometimes you might feel like it's a little strenuous on your wrist. This is that key to the grip. This is where I need to start relaxing my grip a little bit. Even though my index finger is still wrapped around with the thumb, the rest of my fingers can relax on this hand, okay? And it stays on the outside. I'm not gonna go underneath my elbow or my armpit. Okay, so again, we have cross the body, bottom end, top end to the upper corner. Cross the body, so we just hold it straight up and down, bottom end, top end, straight up and down, bottom end, top end, okay? Think of going forward towards the diagonal. Don't think of just going straight up and down as you do this. So I reach forward, then I go straight up and down, reach forward, then my neutral position. Now, the next step is just to simply start with the bottom end and then follow with the top end. Go straight up and down, bottom, top, straight up and down, bottom, top, straight up and down, bottom, top. You'll already start to feel how this flower is going to go. And at this point, you've pretty much accomplished it, okay? So as we go bottom, top, we can let it relax and go straight up and down. Point, point, relax and go straight up and down. Left hand, right hand, relax, straight up and down, okay? Now, as you get comfortable with that, you can start bringing it from side to side. Notice this is a really big motion. I'm tilting my body. This is okay in the beginning. This is not a big deal when you start this motion because we're really focusing on using our left hand to lead and our right hand to follow. But as you get more and more comfortable with this, you're going to have less big arm motion. So I don't need to bring my hands back to the side. From here, I can just simply turn using my hands and using the wrist. Just raise that up. The key is you will still have to turn your arms just enough so that it's next to your body with the staff. So I don't have to pull it all the way to the side, but I do bring it across, that if I'm standing right here, I bring it across, notice it's on the side of my body because the staff has to pass right here. Otherwise I'm gonna hit myself. So as you get comfortable with this, hold your hands further out, point to the corner, follow to the corner, point to the corner, follow to the corner. And then if you feel that things are not working out quite right at this moment, if it's not going smoothly, it's probably because you're going sideways to the corner. So as I point up to the corner, I want to think of going as close to my body as possible and really pay attention to this bottom section of the staff. As it comes up, it goes right next to my shoulder, and then this one can go right next to my shoulder. So it becomes less diagonal, extreme diagonal, to more straightforward and more up and down. Okay? So again, my elbows are going to be slightly bent as I do this, but a lot of the work comes from the wrist, and a little bit of work comes from turning the body. You still want to have a little bit of a turn here and drop your shoulder back as you do this. When you feel comfortable with this, the next step would be to stand next to a wall, or if you have a shorter staff, you can try doing this in a doorway or have objects next to you. Just make sure that it's not going to be something that you could break or damage if you accidentally hit it. And then what you want to do is work next to it and not hit the wall. Okay, so good way to practice. Then you can also start working on footwork. So whatever stance you're going to do, make sure it's not a lateral stance. The stances should be forward. So any kind of a stance that you're going to use should have one foot forward in front of the other. Once your stances are lateral, you have to swing out to the side to avoid hitting your leg, or you're just simply going to hit yourself. So one of the best ways to practice is with a cat stance. You can do a bow stance, a forward bow stance with this one. You can even go leg up as you do this one. Just make sure that your knee is pointing forward and in the same direction of the spin. Next from there, you can focus on stepping with this. So stepping forward as we do this typically is going to be a series of cross stances. So turning the foot out to the side, turning the foot out to the side, or alternating. Crossing stance, bow stance, crossing stance, or for less distance, crossing stance, cat stance, crossing stance, cat stance. And then you can work on stepping forward and timing the hands with the feet. And pretty much that's the full progression that you want for this one. All right, so that's it. Now, like I said in the beginning, this is not really a complicated technique. However, it's one of the most important spins that you can have in your staff spinning arsenal. So make sure to work on this one. And even if you already know how to do it, make sure you refine it. Try to bring it in closer on the sides of your body so you're not just swinging wildly out more horizontally. You want the spins to be more vertical. So refine this one and learn how you can implement it into other techniques like the advanced spinning combination, which is in the staff playlist, or some of the other combinations and techniques that we go over. If you have any difficulties with this technique, make sure to mention it down in the comments below. If I can help in the comments, I will do that. Otherwise, I can make a completely new video to help you work through that specific detail. Now, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of the videos in the staff training playlist. I'm sure you'll enjoy them. All right, till next time, this is Sifu Kuttel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Bye.